The people are amazing here.
It doesn't matter where you come from or what your situation is. You can come and you're invited.
To me, it's all about relationships.
Walked in the door and God met me here.
There are so many different ministries here for anyone who wants to get connected can get connected.
We were looking for a church home with diversity, but especially for me, I was looking for a church that embraced the neighborhood and other people, a church without walls.
There are people from all walks of life that come to church here, all different races, all different beliefs, and everyone is welcome here.
We feel as a family that it is important for us to instill godly values in our children, and to have a church body and church leadership that come alongside of us and support us and encourage us in that.
We've been here for almost 30 years, virtually since the day it started, and it's family. It's all about family for us.
What has struck me the most is that when people walk in the door, there's a tendency, especially for people that are new, that they get lost.
On the left, you have a cafe, but it's small, so you can't fit too many people inside of there. And then to the right, you have stairs, so it's kind of just this very small area.
When we first came here, I saw a big high school building, and I didn't quite understand how the physical church worked. And so we actually came in the wrong entryway the first time we came in, and were somewhat confused and asked, how do we find the sanctuary?
We have more and more people coming. We have more and more programs going on. We have a health clinic. We have a Celebrate Recovery program. We have a Bible college. And we are actually running into the problem of having to schedule the classrooms and not having enough time to get it all done.
When you see people setting up and tearing down, it's exhausting. You wonder, when are they sleeping? When are they spending time with their families? Because they want to come and worship too, but they got to be here setting up, tearing down, cleaning up.
We caught the vision of turning the old school back into a usable building, and we just didn't get the job done. And it's now time to complete the house.
I am so honored to be a part of this church, a church that's on the move, a church that's full of faith, a church that's open to the leadings of God. It all started 32 years ago in rented facilities, and in 2000 we moved into the Three Rivers High School with an exciting vision to reach out to the poor and impact our community and world. Our church family is growing. We often say Riverside Church can be summed up in two words: changed lives. And lives are being changed every single week. So we want to prepare our building for the harvest that God is bringing to us from all over St. Joseph County. We've never been about buildings. We've been about people and meeting needs in our community. And I believe, along with our staff and elders, that God is calling us to maximize our building for ministry, to make it more friendly and inviting. So join me now on this virtual tour as we see what our building could look like and experience what God has in store for us here at Riverside Church.
The dream started in 1975 as my father and mother paved the way for where we are today. As our ministries have grown, we moved into the old high school with a desire to transform it into a new and exciting church campus that would serve our community. We now want to make our building more user-friendly, with a large and visible entryway and commons area, more classrooms, and by providing a ground floor dedicated auditorium for worship services.
Our commons area will be an obvious and welcoming entrance, giving our members and guests plenty of space to gather and connect. You can spend time with friends over coffee and snacks in our large open cafe area, complete with, yes ladies, a commercial kitchen. Or you can browse for Bibles and books and other resources in our bookstore. This new Commons area will also provide direct and secure access to our nursery and children's ministries.
With our new nursery space, we want to invest in the next generation of Christian leaders.
This loving and safe nursery will be a great and wonderful place for the youngest members of our church family.
Our resources for Riverside Kids will increase as well, making more room for our exciting and growing children's ministries.
And providing a colorful and fun environment to learn more about Jesus.
This expansion will provide much-needed adult classroom space as well, providing dedicated rooms for smaller meetings, training, and discipleship, and alleviating many of the challenges of having so much shared space.
Just off the main Commons area will be our hospitality room, where we can host our visitors and gather for ministry and prayer on a smaller and more intimate level.
And this will be our new dedicated first floor worship center, which will connect directly to the new Commons area.
We're transforming this lower level auditorium into a beautiful place for worship with a large stage, video screens, and cutting-edge media.
A large theater-style seating area and the construction of a balcony that will increase our seating capacity to over 800 seats. The dedicated worship center will then give us the opportunity to dedicate our current gymnasium for other gatherings and activities, sports-related outreach, and more.
And our volunteers and tech teams will be able to focus their time and resources in other areas of ministry.
Finally, the current cafe area will be renovated into a lounge and gathering place for our youth.
This space will give our teens and young adults a place to call their own and will attract other young people from all over.
As incredible as these additions will be, we move forward knowing that our campaign, Imagine, isn't about the buildings, but it's about the changed lives that will happen inside these walls. So let's imagine together the possibilities, knowing that the best is yet to come.